As for mu'adhamul Quran, most of the Quran is quite clear, crystal clear, and there to help and to benefit people. Thus we find al-'awdatu ila al-Qur'ani wa sunnah. Return to the Quran and Sunnah means to take the teachings of the Quran and Sunnah and not get so bogged down into making what's known as ta'wilat, interpretations of verses of the Quran and of the Sunnah to fit into one's own mindset. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent down the Quran and the Sunnah at a pristine moment for people to understand. Many of those people begin to make ta'wilat, begin to reinterpret the Quran or make their own interpretation of the Quran. If you study historically and categorically, you find that most of these individuals have been influenced by foreign influences. Al-lughat al-ukhra, other languages, other cultures that we find that begin to come into Islam or come into these people, and they begin to interpret Islam or the Quran according to their bi'ah, the surroundings that they've been filled with. Thus you find that may sound strange for many of us individuals, that in terms of Aqaa'id, you find people begin to drift away from what is classified as Aqidah to Salaf. People begin to drift away. You begin to find rationalistic approach about verses of the Quran. Greek logic, al-mantiq, philosophy, influence of al-Faris, the Persian that we find, Romans that we find, fire worshippers, Majus that we find, other rituals and scriptures that we find are beginning to trying to interpret the Quran and understand the Quran. And this leads to deviation. في تعويل الصفات of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the most noble attribute, names and attributes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the person begins to pose questions, begins to ask about them. Ask about if the word is possible in English language, the howness. How does Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala do certain things? Or how do we describe this to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? If you study it technically and historically, you find most of these people are influenced by foreign cultures and policies and languages that they begin to take this and apply this to the Quran. That's min ma'ani wa aqidah salaf that we find is to follow al-qurun al-mufaddala. Those individuals that you find there was no such interpretation in the way they understood the Quran and the Sunnah. It's quite clear that those ayat which talk about the sifat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, their meaning was understood, their meaning was clear, their interpretation was clear. But more and more as we begin to drift away, we find these ta'wilat. Day in and day out that we find that these verses, their plausible meaning is such and such. According to who? According to people who drifted far away from the pristine time, or using their own logic, their own interpretation to understand the verses of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And as you find that the best book of Aqaa'id of belief is the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Yes, we read other interpretations of books of Aqaa'id of Iman. We read them to help us to understand the Quran. That's why many ulama have concluded. If a person wants to know belief in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, رَكِّزُوا عَلَى الْقُرْآنِ, study the Quran and the answers are given inside the Quran. When a person begins to rely upon other individuals to interpret the Quran, or to interpret verses of the Quran, and they don't have that ability, they begin to drift away. Because every science returns back to the Quran. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Al-Quran huwa kalamullahi subhanahu wa ta'ala. The Quran is the speech of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows what He is saying, and expressed and said certain things that stand for time. That no individual can come and say that these verses they mean such and such. Or these statements of the Prophet ﷺ, they mean such and such. As we find a prophetic hadith that we want to dissect and help us to understand, it needs